Good evening and welcome to WMED News on the Record. I'm Shabnam Dinesh. It's where local leaders get candid and big issues get broken down on the record. An ongoing issue in the city of Peoria for many years now has been fixing the city's sewer system. When there are heavy rains like we had this week, waste gets pushed into the Illinois River. Now, joining us now to talk about what's next is 3rd District City Councilman Tim Riggenbach. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So earlier this week, there was a marathon special session with the Peoria City Council where they discussed the city's combined sewer overflow project, and it's going to cost a lot more than we originally thought, right? Can you break down what happened at that meeting?
This goes back to 2005, so this is a 20-year situation that we're dealing with when the EPA first came to the city and sued us because of this discharge into the river. They proposed this huge, massive pipe that would go through the length of the city and would collect the sewage during these rain events. We negotiated with them, and it was quite an arduous process, but we came up with a solution. Instead of the $500 million they proposed, we came up with about a $110 million project, which is what we call the green solution, instituting new technology that would allow the rain runoff to soak into the soils.
Sure, but at that meeting, it was found that the soil isn't what we thought, right? Can you talk to us a little bit about what the results were and why the soil hasn't worked?
That probably was the biggest surprise of the meeting. For the last 4 years, we've been working on projects in the North Valley and on the South Side, putting in rain gardens, putting in pervious pavers, and it's been relatively effective up to this point. But as we've explored more opportunities for the future, we found out that the soil is not consistent in that river valley area, and that's the dilemma. So consequently, while we're going to make our first benchmark, it's unlikely we would make the second. So hence, the proposal that came forward from staff was to put in some holding tanks. Yeah,
those tanks, it was like a 66 million gallon tank.
Huge.
That's massive. I mean, where would something like that go and how would it work?
First of all, the initial one will go down near Cedar Street Bridge, so in kind of an industrial part of town. And these would collect the storm sewer, the sanitary sewer, until the rain event passes. So it would allow us to maintain it and not discharge it into the river until we're able to treat it. So It would be literally a holding tank.
A holding tank for the water. I mean, well, the goal was to be green, right? It sounds like the city may have to go a little gray. Can you talk to us a little bit about what council is discussing in terms of that?
Again, we just were made aware of the situation Tuesday, so the discussions are very preliminary at this point. But to say it's a major disappointment would be an understatement. We wanted to be the first city in the country that would institute a green solution like this. So having to add some gray to it, while it's very disappointing, it's still going to save us money from what the EPA originally proposed.
Sure. So what would the cost for residents be as it stands now? Has it gone? It's gone up, I would imagine, from initial estimates.
Yes. It's going to involve some significant rate increases to the sewer bill, and while we're still working on what the ultimate solution will be, it'd be premature to say what the impact on rates will be. But this is one of those things that you pay for what you get. So unfortunately, there will be increases in the sewer bills in the future.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Councilman Riggenbach, for being here. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.